Hi everyone, and welcome once again to Southside Dodge Rebels this week. Plenty more highlights for you as usual with games versus Regina, Kelowna, and Calgary. We go behind the scenes with some of the Rebels' young guns. There's another visit to Annie L. Gates School, Train Like a Rebel in the corners, and much, much more. Let's kick things off by revisiting last Tuesday's game here at the NMAC Centrium, featuring the Rebels and the Regina Pats. The smile on Colton Mayer's face tells you he's excited for this one, while newly acquired defenseman Brady Godet made his Rebels debut. Rebels get on the scoreboard early, just a minute 15 in. Tyson Ness feeds Joel Hamilton out front. He can't get the shot away, but Charles in charge. Inglis is there for the rebound. That's his fourth even-strength goal of the season, making it 1-0. Pats come back with a chance of their own, but Patrick Bardasak shuts the door on former Rebel Lane Scheidel. Here's Colton Mayer reintroducing himself to former teammate Matt Bellerive. Corey Miette with a great chance down low, but Matt Hewitt gets his left leg out in time. Dyson Stevenson shoots. Bardasak has no idea where the puck is. Luckily, he's got it. Turner Elson cuts across the slot and fires, but once again, Hewitt is up for the task. Nice work in the Pat zone as Christian Stockel forces the turnover. Connor Bleakley throws it on net. Miette tips it wide. Elson again with the puck, slides a pass over to Matt Bellerive. He makes no mistake beating Hewitt for his fourth goal of the season. The power play marker made it 2-0 Rebels in the second period. The Pats struck back a couple of minutes later. Emil Silvegaard finds the rebound and scores his first of the year. Mayer gets an assist on the goal. Rebels lead cut to 2-1. Rebels come close to restoring their 2-goal lead as the puck sits loose in front of the net. Ness gets a weak shot away. Inglis fires on net, but somehow Hewitt gets his glove on it. Hamilton tries the sharp angle shot to no avail, but once again, Inglis takes advantage of a rebound for his second of the game and his league-leading 7th power play goal of the year. Bleakley forces the turnover. Stockel shoots through a screen, but can't beat Hewitt. Cody Teal fans on his shot, but the puck keeps rolling and eventually crosses the goal line. No signal from the referee, however, and even the video review says it's no goal. Tough break there for the Rebels and for Teal. The Pats cut their deficit to 1 for a second time when Cade Pilton unleashes a one-timer that Bardasak does not see until it's in the net. 3-2 Rebels after 2 periods. Brooks Maxwell leads the rush, drops it for Elson. His high riser is stopped by Hewitt. Elson dives to the rebound, but the puck goes wide. Luke Fenske's point shot is tipped on its way through. Bardasak gets a leg on it to shut the door. Jesse Miller still looking for his first WHL point, almost gets it on this chance. Bleakley makes a sweet pass to get around Pilton, but the puck rolls off his stick at the last second. Pats pushing for the equalizer, but time runs out. Festivities behind the net after the final buzzer. The Rebels hold on for a 3-2 win.
We played a pretty good hockey game tonight. I thought we had our feet moving. I thought we did a real good job moving the puck, and I thought we generated some real quality opportunities. I thought we had some good chances to score, and unfortunately weren't able to pull away. And yet I thought we stuck with it through that third period. It was a bit of a turning point there when we got that fourth goal, and it was disallowed, and then. 4-1 to 3-2 is a big sway, but I thought our guys really stayed focused and stayed composed, and we did a good job in the third period.
I think it was just a carryover from last game on Sunday there. All the boys were really fired up. We played with relaxed intensity, and everybody was rolling. We had our fourth line of McCoy, Teal, and Miller, and they were great for us, and they were great for us again tonight, banging bodies, giving the other lines a break, but still they were pressing, and they had scoring opportunities, and I thought they buried one actually a couple times there, and it's good when you have that. And our first line and our second line and our third line are all going to. Our D played real well. Patty played solid for us again, so it was all around good effort.
It was a homecoming of sorts for 2 Pats players, as it was just a few days before this game. The Rebels sent both Colton Mayer and Stephen Hack to Regina in exchange for draft picks.
I didn't think I'd be back this soon, but I'm kind of excited to get traded, because I wasn't getting any ice time here, so this is a new opportunity for me, and it's good to be back here. It was fun playing against the guys for at least the first period I played.
It felt pretty weird. I've been here for so long, so coming back and being in the visitors' dressing room, it was a different experience, but I was happy with it, and I got a great group of guys over here, so I'm really happy for it.
Game stats brought to you by 247reddeer.ca. Charles Inglis likes scoring his goals in bunches. This was his 5th multi-goal game of the season. So with the team feeling pretty good about themselves after a solid win over Regina, they were back here on home ice last Friday night taking on the Kelowna Rockets. Wyatt Johnston, first acquired at the start of the regular season, finally making his Rebels debut. Ryan Olsen holds the puck on his stick, circles the net before shooting. Bartosek makes that save, then calmly scoops up the rebound from Miles Bell. Philip Vasco makes a great pass over to Rourke Chartier, but he hits the side of the net. Cormier feeds Matthew Dumba at the point. He unloads and beats Kelowna goalie Jackson Whistle. That's Dumba's third of the season, and it gives the Rebels a 1-0 lead. Kevin Pochuk sets up Charles Inglis for his shot, but Jonathan blows the whistle on that chance. Rockets tie it up here as Henrik Nyberg pushes it through for Olsen, who beats Bartosek for his 6th of the season, 1-1 at that point. Rebels come oh so close to regaining the lead when Hamilton dekes from in tight, but Whistle gets a skate on it. One-time blast from the point, Bartosek makes the pad save. Rebels get a glorious chance to retake the lead, but Hamilton hits the iron. Shot from the point is stopped by Bartosek, who then gets run over while tracking down the rebound. Then he takes a swipe at Tyrell Goulburn on his way back up. Another great chance for Joel Hamilton. Works the spinorama this time, but again Whistle shuts the door. A great individual play here by Colton Sissons. He picks Dumba's pass out of midair and is off to the races. Sissons goes top shelf past Bartosek for an absolute beauty. His 7th of the year gives the Rockets their first lead of the night, 2-1. Matt Bellerive is hauled down, but not before the puck comes to Brooks Maxwell. He shoots low, but can't beat Jonathan Whistle. Bell tiptoes through the Rebels' defense. Bartosek makes the first and the second saves, but Sissons is Johnny on the spot for the rebound, 3-1 for Kelowna. Sissons again with the puck, makes a great move toward the net, but can't cap off his hat trick. Rebels come right back the other way. Ness springs Inglis down the right wing side. He in turn tries to feed Ness in front of the net, but to no avail. The Rockets hold on for a 3-1 victory.
There were some chances that we had, and again, you capitalize on one of those or a couple of them, and you're back in it. But we just weren't able to do that. And I think we've got another level we can hit. I don't think we were skating. We weren't moving as well as we have been and as well as we can. And we got to get back to that tomorrow. Take for what we need from this one, and wake up tomorrow morning ready to get going tomorrow night.
He wasn't a brand new arrival per se, but Wyatt Johnston did finally play his first game for the Rebels since coming over in a trade at the start of the year.
Felt pretty good, but it'll take a couple games to get fully back into it, but other than that, pretty good.
2 goals from Colton Sissons were the difference in this one as the Rebels failed in their bid to win back-to-back home games for the first time this season. No time for the Rebels to dwell over that loss as one night later, Saturday, right here at the NMAX Centrium, for the 4th time this season, the Rebels were up against their arch rivals, the Calgary Hitmen. The last home game before Halloween is always a fun one. Here's Slash from Guns N' Roses sitting with a pirate lady friend. Here's a dude in what looks like his Superman PJs laughing at his buddy dressed up as Batman, who just happens to be on the video screen with Joe Whitbread. To the on-ice action now. Josh Thrower drills Wyatt Johnston away from the puck. Mark McCoy takes offense and drops the mitts with Thrower for a spirited tilt. The whole sequence definitely got both teams and the fans in the stands charged up for this one. Right after that fight, Turner Elson breaks in alone, tries to go 5-hole on Chris Drieger, but is denied. Well, how about this for a game-opening goal? Brady Godet winds and fires from center ice. He beats Drieger clean from more than 100 feet away. Godet scores his first of the season and first as a Rebel. It's 1-0 Red Deer. Elson again with the puck, sauces it over to Inglis. Drieger does a much better job this time around. Patrick Bartosek had to be sharp early as he makes a couple of saves on Darian Henry, then on Austin Caladine. Bartosek's own giveaway leads to this chance for Pavlo Padakin, but Patrick responds with a crafty poke check, limiting the damage. Brooks Masick with the point shot. Puck bounces all over the place. Luckily, the Rebels clear it away. Jaden Risling's shot from the blue line hits the post. Rebound comes right to Brooks Masick, who shoots high but hits Bartosek right in the chest. Greg Chase shoots from in close. Bartosek makes that save. Puck sits loose out front. Neither side gets to it before Bartosek covers up. Hitman tied things up on a great effort by Zane Jones. He splits the Rebels D, then goes 5-hole for his 6th of the season. 1-1 just 52 seconds into period 2. Big hit behind the net as Wyatt Johnston makes his presence felt. Puck comes out for Zane Jones, who fires on net, but yet again Bartosek bails his team out with the save. Bartosak again makes a big play as he pokes the puck away from Padakin a second time. Hitman on the power play early in the third period when Cody Sylvester strikes again. He bangs home the rebound for his 13th of the year, his 6th against the Rebels. A couple minutes later, Johnson makes a great pass to Turner Elson. He fires it home for his 3rd of the season, knotting this game 2-2. Johnson gets his first Rebels point on that play. He almost gets his first goal here, but can't tap home the rebound. Check out this play by Jake Vertanen. He shows great patience in circling the net, then jams home the wraparound for his 4th of the season. The former first overall Bantam pick gives Calgary a 3-2 lead. But once again, cue the captain. Dumba's point shot is stopped. Turner Elson all over the rebound for a 2nd of the game. 3-3 at that point. This one was going to overtime. In the extra frame, Masek tries to find Sylvester breaking toward the net. He gets tangled up with Bartosak. Patrick appears to be a bit shaken up on the play, but would recover in time to make another save on Sylvester. Overtime solved nothing, so we were off to the shootout. Elson tried first for the Rebels, but he fans on his attempt. Sylvester, the Rebels' killer, goes first for Calgary, but he is foiled by an amazing pad save by Bartosak. Connor Bleakley up next for the Rebs. He saunters in, then blows it past Rieger, putting the Rebels up. Brooks Masek was next for Calgary. He beats Bartosak, evening the shootout 1-1. Brady Gaudet was the Rebels' 7th shooter. He fakes the big slapper before snapping it past Rieger, putting the Rebels up by 1. That meant Elliot Peterson had to score to keep his team alive, but Bartosak shuts the door. The Rebels earn their 2nd win this season over the Hitmen, 4-3.
I like the way we responded in the third by the way we came out, the way we got going, but also how we responded when we faced adversity. We were down twice there in the third. They went up 2-1 early, and we just stuck with it, especially after that 3-2 goal that we had some sustained pressure in their end of the rink and had some opportunities, and then to give that one up was tough. But I thought we really dug in and stuck with it, didn't allow it to get us down, and went back right back the next shift and got it back. So I thought we responded well to adversity. We kept our foot on the gas through that third period, and we got to find a way to play like that consistently for 60 minutes, and we'd be a good team.
Yeah, it was a gutsy effort. We didn't play it at all to our best abilities, but we had 30 minutes out of that game where we played the best hockey we played most of the year, and it really worked out for us. We got some goals, we got some chances, got some plays going, and that's what we got to do every game for 60 minutes instead of just 30. Makes it too close.
Well, it was anything but picture perfect, but Brady Gaudet's goal from the parking lot, as Cam Moon called it, was definitely a memorable one.
I was actually turning around to go change. I was just hoping to get that red line and get it in. Yeah. And then I heard a little bit of hooting and hollering and turned around, and it was in the back of the net, and it was pretty cool, I guess. That doesn't happen in the Western Hockey League every night, that's for sure. Yeah, so no, it was pretty neat. It was pretty exciting. It's not how you dream to score goals, but I'll take anything I can get.
We haven't seen a goal from the parking lot in this rink in a long time.
Quite a way for Turner Elson to celebrate his 200th game as a Red Deer Rebel. He scores twice in the third period and earned first star honors. Charles Inglis continues to lead the Rebels in both goals and points. Joel Hamilton is the team leader with 9 assists. It's quite a battle so far when it comes to the Central Division standings. Edmonton has passed Calgary to regain top spot, followed by the Rebels in third. Lethbridge and Medicine Hat not far behind. This week, the Rebels head west for their annual Agri-Trade road trip. Friday, they are in Spokane. Saturday, they visit Tri-City. Tune in for both broadcasts with Cam Moon on 106.7 The Drive. Coming up after the break, Matthew Dumba will play in another marquee event. We shine the spotlight on the Rebels' young guns, and the boys are going back to school once again.
Southside Dodge Chrysler Jeep and RV Center is proud to serve Central Alberta. 100% satisfaction, friendly salespeople, and excellent customer service. Southside Dodge, home of the $10,000 giveaway.
Hi everyone, Jack here at 360 Fitness Personal Training. If you're looking to lose weight, burn fat, and just feel great in your clothes again, 360 Fitness can get you there. Work one-on-one with our trainers to get you in the best shape of your life. Get results or your money back.
Complete Athlete in Sylvan Lake is Central Alberta's #1 hockey training facility, boasting one of the world's largest skating treadmills and stick handling platforms. Learn, train, perform. Complete Athlete in Sylvan Lake.
Anyone who stinks, who has bad hygiene. So no, the Euros don't smell too good after a couple of days without cleaning your clothes. But for the most part, everyone's pretty good.
The worst guy to travel with is probably Caleb Detzel. He, like Bleak said, the guys with the bad hygiene. They're tough to sit beside on the bus the whole drive.
Welcome back to the show. Earlier this season, the Rebels already went on one extended road trip through the Eastern Division. This time they head west, going through the U.S. Division and a couple of games in B.C. The boys are definitely looking forward to this trip.
It's a really important road trip as a team coming together and just bonding for the 10 days that we're gone, and also just getting some wins, playing with that swagger, and just coming out and working hard every night and competing and battling for each other.
Obviously, it's an important road trip. Gets us. We need to get above 500, and that's our goal for this road trip, to come out above 500. And we just need to play like we did last night in the third period. We just need to play a gritty road game, get pucks in, get pucks out. Just nice and easy game to make us win these road games.
It's going to be a big trip for us. It's pretty similar to the Saskatchewan trip we just went on. And obviously, we had pretty good success there last time, so I think that's what we're going to try to do this time. Going to the U.S., we're obviously not really familiar with the team, so it's going to be a test, and it's going to be a good bonding experience. Obviously, even I just got here before the last road trip, and it allowed me to bond with the guys. And I think for some of our newer players, it's going to allow them to get closer with the team and get used to stuff and whatnot.
Well, it should surprise no one that Matthew Dumba will be playing in yet another marquee event. This time around, he's been named to Team WHL for a pair of games in the upcoming Subway Super Series versus Russia. Dumba will play in 2 games on November 14th in Vancouver and November 15th in Victoria.
Yeah, I guess ever since I was 16, you always got some event going on, and Subway Series, it's great for the CHL and all the leagues play against the best Russian guys and prepare for World Junior Camp.
The common theme with all of Brent Sutter's trades so far this season is his desire to get the Rebels' younger players on the ice in game situations. With more on the young guns, here's Jared Waldo.
Out with the old, in with the new. In a roundabout kind of way, that's what Red Deer Rebels GM Brent Sutter is doing these days, trading away established, long-time players to give more ice and responsibility to the next wave of Rebel talent. Players like Corey Miette, Austin Ferguson, and Christian Stockel. These are the names that Sutter and head coach Jesse Wallen will lean to in years to come. Some say the trading of Adam Cambites, Chad Robinson, and Colton Mayer signals a change in a rebuilding direction. Connor Bleakley is in his first full WHL season and welcomes the challenge in front of him.
You know, I think it's a great opportunity for myself. I mean, all the young guys to get out on the ice and just kind of show what they got, and hopefully in years to come really benefit from that experience.
With extra responsibility comes extra pressure, and for Bleakley, who hasn't lit the lamp with regularity so far, he knows eventually he'll come around with time.
I think the pressure I put on by myself, I just want to go out there and play and have fun, and I mean the goals will come, and if I just enjoy myself out there, I think all the results will be pretty good.
Corey Miette is in his second season with the hockey club and has seen his stock on the team rise, especially with the recent rash of moves. The 17-year-old has had conversations with his GM and coach about what they expect out of him moving forward.
Yeah, the younger guys are getting more ice time. They aren't expecting much right now, but as in the future they will be, and they'll all be a big part of the team.
Like Bleakley, Miette knows there are expectations on him and the other youngsters on the team, but has used that as motivation.
It is pressure, but it's fun and it's a test, and I like that. Pushes me and makes me a better hockey player.
So what about the boss, and what does he expect from his youthful players? Head coach Jesse Wallen says the plan is to build the Rebels into an elite team, and to get there he needs his young players to learn how to win now.
It's important for those guys to be put into situations where they're going to learn and going to develop and be able to make some mistakes as well. Young guys are going to make some mistakes along the way, and they have to be comfortable on the ice in order to go out and play and get the ice time to develop and learn along the way.
With 8 players on the roster, 17 years old and younger, youth will be served in Red Deer for seasons to come. For Rebels This Week, I'm Jared Waldo.
A familiar face to Red Deerians was here in the NMAX Centrium on Friday night as Los Angeles Kings goaltending consultant Bill Ranford was at the game between the Rebels and Rockets. And as you might expect, the former goaltender was here to get a look at Patrick Bartosak.
I've been given the opportunity to go out and see some of the prospects for the draft this year. So Bartosak's one of the guys that we're looking at right now. And one of the things that our general manager, Dean Lombardi, wanted me to do, because I do have a little bit more time on my hands right now, is to go out and see as many of the prospects as possible over the next few weeks here. Brent McEwen's our WHL scout, and he just likes the game that he's seen. The unfortunate injury last year limited the number of games he's able to play, but just the compete that we see in his game is something that piqued our interest, and Brent felt he was a guy that we should look at.
Earlier this month, our friends at 360 Fitness were named Small Business of the Year at the annual Red Deer Chamber of Commerce Business Awards. Now here's Jack from 360 Fitness with our weekly Train Like a Rebel segment.
Next up for free weight exercises is the dumbbell chest press. So what Brooke's going to be doing here is first and foremost grabbing weights she can do safely and properly with good form. So what she's going to do is bring the dumbbells all the way down so it's level with her chest, all the way up over her chest line. Almost like an inverted push-up. Next up for free weights is the overhead dumbbell shoulder press, another basic and another foundation of a good free weight plan. So what she's doing is she's grabbing dumbbells first and foremost that you can execute with good form and in good rhythm, and it is safe. So what she's doing is she's bringing the dumbbells all the way down to about her earlobes and then all the way up. Don't overextend your elbows, don't stretch up to the ceiling, just stay in that nice neutral form. With any good free weight exercise, what you want to do is first and foremost execute it with great form and great symmetrical form. No fidgeting, no bouncing around, no hyperextension, nothing like that. Grab free weights that you can do with good form. Be safe.
Coming up after the break, we go in the corners with Jared Waldo, and we check in with news and notes from around the Western Hockey League. Hey Red Deer Rebels fans, have we got the show for you? Southside Dodge Rebels This Week is your #1 source for everything Rebels. Highlights, interviews, stats, and exclusive behind-the-scenes features brought to you each and every week by those who have their eye on the Rebels all season long. Southside Dodge Rebels This Week, weeknights on Shaw TV.
The worst person to travel on the road with is Turner Elson, because he's always playing a prank on someone.
Maybe some of the older guys, they like to sort of have their way back there. Maybe Jan Bittner. Sometimes he likes to take up a lot of room, or Boomgarden. Those guys are pretty big guys. They take up a lot of room on the bus.
Cody Teal, he's messy. I live with the guy. He doesn't clean up after himself. I imagine Bleakley, I went to his room on the road. His room wasn't the cleanest either. So those two guys for sure, the two guys I hope I don't end up bunking with on the road. As much as I like Bleaks, I don't think I can live with him.
Now that the month has wrapped up, it's time to name our first ever Rebel Rebellion Player of the Month. And for the month of October, we look to Matt Bellerive. With 4 goals and 7 assists for 11 points through 14 games, Bellerive's been a very nice addition to this Rebels roster since coming over with that trade for the Vancouver Giants. Bellerive has been all over the ice in every aspect of the game. He's been a great playmaker, he's working well along the boards. He's got that grit element that maybe fans weren't expecting from him when he did come over for that 3rd-round pick. But he's been a nice addition, and with Charles Inglis alongside, it's been a good 1-2 punch for the Rebels early on this season. For Bellerive, that quick release allows him to do a lot of things, especially down low. And with a solid month of October and the Rebels sitting in good position in the Eastern Conference right now, we look to Matt Bellerive, the RebelRebellion.com Player of the Month for the month of October. For more from me, check out my blog at RebelRebellion.com.
Time now for some news and notes from around the Western Hockey League. When the Portland Winterhawks took to the ice Sunday at Veterans Memorial Coliseum for the first time this season, it marked the first time in the 36-year history of the franchise they played on regulation-size ice in the Coliseum. Construction had been ongoing for months for the new ice plant at the Coliseum, replacing the previous system which had been used for over 30 years. The Hawks hosted the Tri-City Americans this past Sunday in the first game on their new ice. This past Friday, the Canadian Hockey League issued a statement in response to recent claims made by the fledgling CHLPA. Once again this season, the BMO and the CHL are teaming up for the Ultimate Fan Contest. One lucky fan from each of the 3 junior leagues will win a trip to the Memorial Cup in Saskatoon. Now, this past Tuesday versus the Regina Pats, Ultimate Fan Night took place right here at the NMAX Centrium. The Rebels have put out the call to local shutterbugs to send in photos revealing life in central Alberta. Now, these photos could include landmarks, scenery, street life, festivals, whatever. The Rebels could be using these photos as part of their website, social media, and even in-rink contests and features. Visit the team's website, reddeerrebels.com, to find out more. Coming up in next week's episode of Southside Dodge Rebels This Week, a chat we had with the Rebels captains about the Western road trip and a few other things.
We got really nice rinks with great crowds there, and we had a good road trip last time, so let's hope we can go back there and do the same thing.
You're into the shopping thing, are you?
Yeah, I tend to shop, same with Dumba.
Keep your eyes open for that next week. And as always, check out our website, rebelsthisweek.com. Send us your feedback through Twitter at Rebels This Week as well. We'll see you next time.
Makes the shot all the way in. Oh, he scores! Deep ball, go Consolo. She saw something down in New Orleans. Goes to McNeil at center ice. McNeil to the circle. Pulls up a shoot down. Scores! Franco skating in, waiting, holding. Nice move! What a play! What a shot! What a move! Zach Franco! Across the line, looks towards cross-face pass. Oh, save! Never knew it! He never saw it coming! And the Hawks take the lead! He is waiting at the red line, now the blue line to the net, backhand shot, oh what a goal! Gives it to Thompson, lets the shot go, comes over to Willick, what a save by Pouliot! Mason, down the left side, he's got the room, turns the corner, shot, big save by Fury, he struck out the left below. Down to the right with set for Mason, Mason center, in alone, they score! Bouncing down on the ice, his feet are ready. What a goal by the Moose Jaw Warrior. Left cuts to the middle. Smith in right in front of the net. Bullseye shoots, scores. What a setup. And Smith to Bullseye. Mueller. Now here's a 2-on-1. Centering pass from Winford back in front and they score. The Silver Tips have tied it. On outside near Wynn. Hoffman is tied up on the near board, walking up the wall. The Bucks will get a chance to go to left. Shot, score. The Bronco line knocked down by Messier and Duncan on goal on Marcus Messier. Tigers will have the extra skater here. Hunter Shikaric moving in. Oh, for the goal. Makes a glove save and Hunter Shikaric. Into the first period, still tied at 0. Spinning away is Ewan. He'll play it up the right wing to a player who's thrown off the bench, so he'll ski onto it himself. He's across the foul line. Nice move. Cuts to the net. Shot. Scores. Messier.